sniping bitches. Cheating ass.
Oh!
Bro, this guy's definitely fucking speeding, dude.
I need to get one more. I got it! Yeah! Yo, what is going on, gamers? So in today's video, we are going to be going over a bunch of topics. I'm going to be showing you my controller settings, as well as my graphic settings, what I'm using. And since Call of Duty made a buff to the snipers, obviously we're going to change up our classes, so I'm going to be showing you what I've been using on my snipers recently. And trust me, what I'm going to show you will amplify your gameplay and make you a better player, and all you got to do really is just subscribe and drop a like on the video and just pay attention, you know, lock in, because this is going to benefit you. So we got a lot to cover, so let's get into it. So I think we should start off with the controller settings that I'm using. My controller is a PS5 Scuff Edge. I do play on PC and I have overclocked my controller. I just want you guys to keep that in mind. But as for button layout, it's just default right here. So we're gonna go down to horizontal stick sensitivity and vertical stick sensitivity. I have mine on 2.70. This feels really great for me. It's not too quick, it's not too slow, and you can really follow people when they're on the movement, like diving around and stuff, you know. My accuracy feels really great with this, so I definitely suggest trying this out. Of course, as I said, I play it default on the controller. My bumpers aren't flipped, controller vibration off. For my dead zone inputs, my left stick minimum I'm playing on 2, and my left stick max is on 65. Very responsive. For my right stick minimum I'm on 2, and my right stick max I'm on 99. So everyone's controller is probably going to be different. So you're either going to have a newer controller, older controller. If you try these settings and you start getting stick drift, then I would just increase these gradually until it stops. But this, for me, this works perfectly for my controller and it's very responsive. My right stick especially is very snappy. I can get off some really crazy flicks. Yeah, so that is what I'm using there. Left trigger and right trigger both set to 0, so I can have a much quicker response with my triggers. Sensitivity multiplier, I haven't changed a single thing in here. Aim and advanced settings, so my ADS sensitivity transition timing is instant, and my aim response curve is dynamic. Now, since Modern Warfare 2019, I have played on linear, and I love linear a lot, but for some reason on this game, dynamic just hits for me, like it just works perfectly. I'm not sure what it is, but it's just it's something to do with the fast starting movement, and then, you know, your aiming rate just slows down with, like, it just works. So I would definitely suggest dynamic for a better controller experience. Custom sensitivity per zoom is on. The only thing I've changed is the ADS multiplier on low zoom, so like a dot sight or whatever would just slow it down gradually if I was ray gunning. Everything else is just set to default. Of course, target aim assist is on, because we're definitely terrible without that. For the motion sensors, I haven't touched anything. Alright guys, so a big one right here is the sprint assist. So as you can see, sprint assist delay is set to 0. I have sprint assist sideways on, and I have sprint assist backwards on. Now, this game's been out for like basically almost 2 months. I did use tactical sprint assist, and I was very used to that, but a lot of people are saying, you know, when you use just on, it's a lot better for sniping. It's a lot quicker because you're not doing extra animations with the gun and everything, and sliding to get your shot off a lot quicker. With this, you know, your gun's down, you're ready to aim it a lot quicker. So I definitely suggest doing this. It took me like a little bit to get used to it because I was used to tactical sprint, but this is way better, and it's not even that bad for red gunning either, so definitely do that. So mental assist I have turned off, crouch assist I turned off, corner slicing I have off, slide slash dive behavior I have this on hybrid. I had this since the start of the game came out, and it's just worked wonderful for me, so definitely give that a try. My sprint restore is on, slide maintain sprint on, free for all parachute, mental cancels reload, it's on. So my movement advanced settings in here is sprint slash tactical sprint behavior. I have this on toggle. And then tactical sprint activation, I have single tap sprint. Plunging onto water is a trigger, and sprint and door bash is on. Vehicle behaviors, I haven't touched anything in there, so let's move on to combat. Most of these I haven't even touched at all. This is all default. Apart from body shield, finishing move behavior, prioritize body shield so I can whisper crazy things into people's ears and just talk absolute trash, you know. I'm a plate behavior, apply all. I feel like this is more applied to Warzone though. Combat advanced settings, change zoom activation. For example, the LR sniper, if you aim in, you know, because you're sprint / tactical and you move forward with it, it just zooms in like constantly when you accidentally do it. So definitely changes the melee, that will help you out a lot. Interact / reload behaves, tap to reload, and yeah, pretty much everything else is just set to default. So that's pretty much it for controller settings, nothing too fancy. Now let's move over to the graphic settings, and who knows, maybe you'll get some extra frames out of this. Display, we have full screen exclusive. I am actually playing on a 1080 monitor. I do have a 1440, but when I've been playing on a 1080, I have less latency and more frames, so I kind of just stuck to that, and then I just do whatever else on my 1440p. So NVIDIA Reflex low latency, I have this on plus boost. Eco mode present custom, I don't think I've even touched that. VSync is all off. Custom frame rate, I have set this to custom. Now my monitor is 270 Hz, but I don't actually reach that in this game. Reduce menu render resolution, we're on native. Reduce quality when inactive, 10 minutes. Don't want my PC overworking when I'm just sitting here doing nothing. High dynamic range is turned off. Graphic preset is set to custom. Render resolution we have on 100, dynamic resolution is off. Upscaling and sharpening, fidelity cache, I have that, and I've set it to 90. Frame generation we have turned off. Scale targets on 90, variable rate shading we have turned on. So here is my details and textures. This is all my graphic settings. I'm going to scroll down, and if you want to pause the video just to copy or have a look, then feel free. I'm not going to read them all out and then explain because it's just tedious, and I just want to show you what I'm using. I mean, there's better people on YouTube that have better knowledge as to why they're using this and why it's lower. But I just want you to know, this game feels great with these settings right now. I get a good amount of frames and my game doesn't look terrible. So, okay, next tab, we'll go to the view tab. Motion reduction preset is off. Field of view, I got 120. ADS field of view affected. Weapon field of view is wide. Third person is 90. That is default. World motion blur and blurs, just turn those off. You don't need those. And if you don't want to be sick from your camera shaking too much, make sure you reduce these to at least 50%, which is the lowest, I believe. Yeah. And then inverted flashbang, I just have that off. I'm pretty used to getting banged.
Oh, really?
You know, getting flashbanged from like COD 4 or whatever. So my eyes, yeah.
Okay, we are cooked.
I won't cover audio because I feel like that is just, I haven't tweaked really anything crazy in that, and I feel like that's just preference depending on yourself, your headset or whatever. So I feel like that's something you should just do yourself. As for the interface tab though, I got some juicy things you're gonna want to look at. If you want to see your FPS frames or whatever, then go to telemetry, and then you can turn on everything you have. FPS counter, packet loss, server latency, everything, you know, see if you're lagging, see the frames you have, all that good stuff. Into the readability tab, the only thing in here I am changed is color customization. If you go to the enemy, you go to saturation and brightness, turn these all the way up, and then apply the color, and then go to filter 2, and then color filter target, change to both. It's gonna really vibrant up the game. You can see your enemies a lot clearer. Honestly, makes a better overall experience. For my HUD bounds, so I have decreased these into the center of the screen more, so I'm not stretching my eyes too much when I'm looking at the minimap, or if I'm checking my ammo, I don't have to really stretch my eyes over, even though it's not that big of a deal, but yeah, it kind of is. Minimap shape, make sure you have this square. The reason is, if you see the circle, you don't see as much of the map, but as it's square, you know, you get a larger portion of the map. Now, if you use square on this and you use the perk forward intel, the minimap actually zooms out, so you get like a bigger area you can see, and it's great for finding where enemies are. And honestly, it's like a little cheat code. So for player names, I use icon only. This is like, this kind of reminds me of what's the one? Tiger Team Spotlight in Black Ops Cold War, where you'd have the circle above their head. Sometimes I've actually seen people through walls with this, so you know, if you don't want to see the name and it clutters up the gameplay too much, just change this to icon only. You just get a nice little visible red dot on your enemy, and it's pretty noticeable, and it's not too much on the screen going on. So that's what I use. My crosshairs I have turned on. I got the larger center dot for that. And crosshair color, you can change this. I've heard cyan is really good, but I've just stuck to white for now. And I do believe that's pretty much it for the interfacing, what I've changed. So let's go on to the final part of the video. It looks, I just prestige, so I haven't got certain things unlocked still. But this is mainly my class. If you haven't looked at the patch notes recently, snipers did get a buff. They reduced the sway time to basically nothing. So when you aim in straight away, there's no sway. Your scope's not swinging like a plastic bag in the wind anymore. It's, you can center your shots really perfectly. Now, what I find with this class is if you use extended mag 1, quick draw grip, combat stock, straight arc laser, and rapid fire. This class is very good for accuracy, very fast. Overall feels super great to use now, especially with the new update. Now, the reason I use combat stock is it does give you flinch resistance, but also some aim walking movement speed. And this kind of reminds me of like using the Tundra in Black Ops Cold War or any sniper where you could kind of scope walk a little bit. Also, a couple of other classes I've tried out that are really good is if you take off the laser and you go into the muzzle, the suppressor is just so good because you're just so stealthy. Like, that's one really good class to use if you want to be a little stealthy, kind of get a nice clip. And also I've been using the muzzle brake as well. But if you're not too sure and if you really want to stick just this one class, use the straight up laser. I'm just giving you options. As for the rest of the class, I like to use the automatic pistol. Just got the plain knife right there. Stim shot, I unlocked that with like a permanent unlock token. Usually I use impact grenades, but I haven't unlocked that since I've just prestiged. Assault pack, or depending on the lobby, probably a trophy system. Now for my perk 1, I like to use gun ho. Ever since I put this on, as it improves, sprint and tactical sprint speeds while reloading, I don't know, the overall flow of the game just feels a lot better when I use this perk, so definitely recommend trying that out. I'm using perk greed. I feel like 4 perks is just needed, and the LR is just completely fine with 5 attachments, by the way. So I use Ninja because I feel like everyone's just got cranked up headsets and just, I don't know, amplified settings. Who knows, man, they just know. Perk 2, forward intel, as I said before, zooms out the map. It's also great, increasing the minimap area and shows direction indicators for rebuild enemies. Very good, just to keep aware, keep tabs on the enemy and where they are and positioned. Perk 3, I do not use quartermaster, that's cap. I'd either use double time, or actually I just unlocked it, so I'd probably use vigilance. Display a HUD icon whenever you appear on enemy minimaps, immune to CUAV and scrambler, and immune to sleeper agent. That's a pretty good one as well, so I'd probably go back to using that. And then obviously if 3 blue, you get the specialty recon. Now for my Frostline class, right now I haven't got gunfighter, but if I was to use this class, I feel like the LR is the only sniper you really should be using. Like, the Frostline's fine, but it's just not as good as the LR, so I don't see the point in really using this right now. But if I was just to use 5 attachments, this would literally be it. The extended mag, quick draw, combat stock, straight up laser, rapid fire, exactly the same as the LR. But I feel like this sniper does need extra help as well, so I feel like gunfighter would be a better option to use on this class. I would use the same 3 perks right here. If I did use gunfighter, I would either use the suppressor or muzzle brake. For the barrel, I would use the reinforced barrel. Stock pad, I'd probably use the ranger pad just for extra sprint movement speed and horizontal recoil control. And the optic is just personal preference. I would just use the default scope anyway. As for the SVD, I don't really use this class a lot. I just don't see it's just like, it's not that good compared to the LR, let's be honest. So I rarely use it, but if I did, I would use the suppressor, the quick draw riser, combat stock, straight up laser, and rapid fire. I feel like that's all you need on this class. If you want to use gunfighter and add extra attachments, then go ahead. I don't feel like it needs an extended mag because it's already got 10 bullets. I mean, you're just adding 2 more if you use extended mag 1. And then you don't want to add extended mag 2 to any of these classes because it just gets rid of aim, down sight, speed, and sprint to fire. Just pointless. So I would stick to that and just, like, honestly mainly just use the LR. Like, that is the main sniper to use. I know we just went over a lot in this video, and I don't really like to make settings videos too often because I don't want my channel just to be settings videos and things like that, because these things take a lot of time and just going over it, and dude, I feel like out of breath just making this video. But yeah, I hope these settings help you out. There's a lot of good little tips in here to, you know, a lot of things that improve your gameplays. So if you enjoyed this and it helped you out, then make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And of course, if you want to stick around for the rest of the video where I show it off in some gameplay. Apart from that, I appreciate you all for watching and have a good rest of your day. Oh god, I need some oxygen.
Oh, dude, the tip of my fucking toe itches and I can't itch it. Like, it just won't
Hardpoint
go away.
identified.
Oh. There's somebody that just ran up here.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Flying altitude. UAV returning to base. UAV available for tasking.
Hardpoint active. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
UAV established overhead. UAV mission timeline 50% expected.
Hardpoint is secure.
No!
Cover requesting
Dog feed.
Oh man.
Request received. UAV exiting your grid.
I gotta hop. Be nice if I wasn't getting stunned every 5 seconds.
Flinch upwards. He flinches like
Hostiles
side
have captured the
to side.
hardpoint.
All
Yeah, all over the fucking place.
Hardpoint is secure.
Standing by.
gets out.
MTL expired. Scabbard exiting mission.
How did that not come out?
Rifle. Rifle.
Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint identified.
UAV available for tasking.
Hostile counter UAV established above. Watch dog kilo incoming on your location.
Sniper 1-4 coming back around.
This is...
Yo,
Hostile UAV established overhead.
I feel like Lily Phillips right now. Just getting.
Oh shit.
Hardpoint is active.
Ran through.
UAV established overhead. UAV mission timeline 50% expended.
Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
AIDS.
Fugitive. Langley won't complete.
Sniping bitches.
Oh, you sound mad.
Well, we got the dub, so.
Congrats.
Got you something. Nerd.
God, you sound like you'd drop common loot if you died.
What?
You heard me.
Here.
Literally didn't.
Literally didn't.
The head saws. When you're running it, you have an efficiency,
I didn't.
like, rating. I guess.
Yeah.
So that's taking into account, like, how long. What the fuck?
Kids just casually slapping kids while they're rambling. No way.
Yeah, I kind of feel
Oh my
bad,
god.
bro. I kind of feel bad that you gotta listen to this shit.
Dude, I'm just
Uh,
locked in. I'm just locked.
Apparently. Apparently we gotta talk shit about work
Cheating
more.
ass.
I mean, honestly,
Nobody's cheating, bro. Just get better.
Facts.